Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic, amazing day. Congrats to anyone who took a long in the $23 to $24 range for AVAX. That coin is cranking right now. Obviously in response to Bitcoin doing really well, breaking through its key level resistance, all-time highs, but it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. We're seeing a nice little pattern here forming. I'll describe that here shortly. But the truth is AVAX looks like it's here to stay. It's looking pretty solid. So decent chance we see further upside, mainly because I believe Bitcoin is going towards that $77,000 range to sweep that upper level of liquidation. So if you didn't catch my Bitcoin analysis, it's looking pretty solid here. We have a double top, but I'm not super convinced that's going to play out. I think we're more likely to see 76.5 to 77K range retested and this upper liquidation level to be swept. Okay, and if that happens, liquidation delta will be way too high for too long. Bitcoin should pull back, and that could factor into here to AVAX too. So just be mindful of that. I'll go ahead and provide some solid support and resistance ranges for us. As we can see previously, we had a decent range between 25 and roughly 27.25. So we'll talk about that as well and kind of go from there. So if you're new to the channel, maybe you've been watching for a long time, hit the like button, comment below if you get a chance. Deeply appreciate it. Thank you again so much. For those who do that literally every single video, some people even fight to be like the first comment in the comment descriptions down below. Outside of the scammers that try to scam you and troll you, we do pretty good. So thanks again everyone for that awesomeness there. Last thing too, thanks again for the wonderful feedback. Awesome profits on Solana, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and a second Dogecoin trade about 79%. We took all this profit in about 24 to 48 hours post-election or leading into the election because all the TA was very bullish leading into it. It made no sense to short. So anyways, congrats on that. Let's look at the back-end data here. Quickly to note here, liquidation is kind of sparse for AVAX. To the S5 more specifically, telling me that a lot of folks are getting a little bashful on shorting this coin. That generally implies that further upside is likely because people are not really trying to oppose the momentum, right? That's actually a good sign. It shows some people are learning, at least in the relative recent past. We'll look at the big picture here. Look at this. There's some folks that have had shorts open for almost 30 days now, and they have a short. Imagine having a short at $30 and not securing profits in the low 20s, and the price is almost back to break even if you include fees. Anyways, that bugs the crap out of me to know that's actually a real thing. Granted, these could just be stop losses and people have already secured some profits, but generally speaking, liquidation events and or stop losses are all accumulated here. We can see $28.50 and or $30.25 as those two heavy concentrations. And as per usual, most of the market's looking like this. Liquidation delta is starting to increase slowly but surely, generally increasing favorability of sustainability at this price point. Keep in mind that goes too high for too long, such as Bitcoin kind of getting towards that $10 billion mark. We stay there for another couple of days, I think Bitcoin's going to pull back. So that could reflect here as well on AVAX because what goes up must come down. So we don't want to be blindly bullish. We do take a quick look here at overextension. We're definitely on the overextended side here, but most coins are doing that right now. We got this euphoric phase going on where everybody's just taking longs left and right. Majority of folks are finding a lot of profit, but we're starting to hit that little plateau. I feel like we're starting to see that shift in momentum. Some corrective behavior may happen soon. And for AVAX, let's go ahead and see what that might look like. First of all, we'll just go ahead and go with kind of a little bit more of a macro fib here. And just to clarify too, there is some fair value here. A lot of coins are exuding the same behavior. That's why I kind of feel like we might see a slight pullback for some if we lose support for Bitcoin. We got this, 24.50 upwards of 26.50 as a close approximate for a fair value gap. Keep in mind that is below the local point of control here. We got a lot of people buying in. Let's see what that is if we zoom out a little bit here. Ever since, just say August, we see the most amount of people buying at 26.50. We're above that, therefore support level, the price pulls back, likely pivot point. So 26.50, just from a bird's eye view right now, it seems like a pretty solid consideration for a long, okay? And again, generally when I see that, I like to kind of consider, taking a trade. So I'll add an alert there. If the price comes back to that level, it may be worthwhile considering a long, pending Bitcoin isn't on the way down. Take a look here at MACD, converging, RSI over 50, phenomenal situation here. While money flow index is still low, that factors in the last 14 days of bearish candles. So it's kind of a false positive, but it's coming up. That's the important thing. Even though it's below the RSI, that's perfectly fine. Same thing here as well. A 4-hour time frame does reflect a fair value gap as low as $24. So just know, we lose that local support at 26.50. 24 to 25 could be a possibility depending on the state of Bitcoin. Looking at the 4-hour though, we can recognize with moving averages here, we're above all moving averages here on the 4-hour. And I forgot to look at that on the daily. We're over the important ones here, so this is good news, folks. It really just reaffirms a lot of support. We got the 20 and the 50-day SMA below the price action, while the 200 is coming up here, and we got that 0.618 fib level as well above the price action. Basically, a lot of resistance. If we can break above that, basically close at $28 or higher, probably see the price continue to run for AVAX. Now, I know it seems crazy and weird to wait for a higher price point to get into a long position. I know it seems counterintuitive, but it's actually very logical because you're waiting for confirmation. That's really the key takeaway there. So please understand, whenever I say to wait for a confirming factor, a lot of times there's resistances in play, such as this golden pocket and some previous resistance too at this level. I think it's pretty important to just wait a little bit longer, right? FOMO should never enter your mind when trading professionally, at least as a business. I treat this like a business just because it is, but on the same accord, if you're just casually trading, maybe, have some fun, I guess. But if fun is losing money, then, that's a different story altogether. All right, sorry, getting some alerts here. Looks like Bitcoin is making a run towards that upper liquidation. I got to hurry up and wrap this up so we can get that signal out. Planning a short at about 77K, just so you know. Taking a quick look here at the 4-hour time frame. Most everything is bullish here. There's not much else to really note, except for the fact that we are coming up to 70 on the RSI, tentative resistance level. So just keep in mind, we're seeing that reflect on the charts with that 0.618 fib. So hourly time frame, Ichimoku Cloud's going to confirm we're still in good shape here. Minus the conversion line and the baseline, they're kind of intersecting, letting us know we don't have strong momentum here, and potential for pullback is still higher. Okay, so keep that in mind. Interesting stuff here, but most everything is bullish. You're probably going to find more success going up than down. Just know the price pulls back, 26.50 should be that solid support range. And if you're considering a short, just be very careful in doing so. I am recommending generally that, taking longs today may not be super beneficial, because most altcoins are kind of lagging behind Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's kind of running. It's in all-time high territory again. So as it continues to progress, we're starting to see some interesting stuff, but a lot of alts are kind of slowing their progress down. So it leads me to believe a lot of resistances are in play, and we might see some altcoins pull back in the next 24 hours. Anyways, I'll post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord as per usual. If you're part of our trading community, congratulations. Got some awesome prize pool, a progressive prize pool through Bitunix, 60K up for grabs for the top 20 players. And really simple as it is. You just basically do your normal trading. You shouldn't be incentivized to increase your volume or your trading volume because of this. But it's a nice little benefit, and it's kind of cool. So no KYC or VPN required for those guys, folks, if you're curious. And that is our favorite / preferred exchange for our community. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.